Finally, it's been since, so let's get into it. Guess we're all good to go. Yep. Right, guys. Hello and welcome. This is We Heard Riddle 3, or the guy who is very busy and can't show some love to Riddle 3. And, well, we are on the map Circus Maximus. This is an FFA game, and this game was uploaded by the Light Blue Allies player. This is one of my favorites, perhaps, GB600 and 111. On the bottom side, we have Empire. This is Besiktas Pantro. And on the right side, we have another Allies, Orange. This is Dark Raptor 113, starting with a quick airfield, as you can see. On following with Blue Mustangu, with the name Mustangu, this is getting an ally, so that's a bit odd. And finally, another purple Allies player. This is Mindogus. So, for claimers or just to tell what the treble power plant positioning is this. Unfortunately, I'm very busy these days, and from the looks of it, I will be busy just because of the work. I have been summoned on the weekend, and I was getting excited because first I have received some of the emails from you guys. Actually, more subscriber replays. I'm very happy to it, and I'm actually eager to cast them as well. So, are we going to see tier 2 here? No, not yet. But also not but, and also again the 2 versus 2 tournament games. That's exciting. And in a very quick fashion, I have spotted some games of the February Ladder Wars. I'm also interested in seeing that one as well. For the main reason, we have the final boss joined and participating in it. And I guess I saw some of the names. There was Alvante, Edwin, and I think it was either Dachami or the Green Honored. Also, this engineer is dodging the death by getting in here immediately instead of getting the oil derrick. The allies, okay, yes, that's the reason, I guess. The Vindicator, I saw the Vindicator trail, but I can't see the Vindicator. Okay, it's just parking here. Anyway, now, back to the game. So, as usual, this is an FFA, so either you go to, how to say, focus on a player and defeat him entirely and then expand to his spot, or just pray that nobody will touch you, nobody will notice you, and you will go good to go. For example, right now we get to see Besiktas is actually sending his Tengu against a handful of the Peacekeepers of the Dark Raptor. And Dark Raptor is, I think he will, oh, right, Engineer is saved. But so I guess this Tengu is going to survive. No, not going to happen. But relatively saved, we have, and we actually already here now. Javelins are now targeting and dealing massive damage to Mind August. There is no response coming from, well, at least use your... Oh, come on. You could use your at least Prospector Mind August. Anyway, Multigunner is on, but, well, where is a Peacekeeper where you need the most? A terrible investment, I have to say. Mustang is actually going very aggressive, destroying the one refinery already. Even worse, this was expanded with the command hub. So loss is getting into balance of him. On the meantime, we see some aggression on the bottom side of the map between Dark Raptor and the Besiktas. And the man of this map, once again, he's still making infantry and absolutely doing nothing. I mean, I don't want to sound rude, GB600, but you got to have some impact on the game. Like, for example, right now, you could actually unpack your MC. It's absolutely serving for nothing. Go for the C. Okay. I go for here at least, maybe. I mean, get some expansions, collect some cash, and do something. Like, for example, just check out on the Mustangu. He's even just getting this older and try to preserve it. Even though a dog is not very necessary. Or let's say, not a... Oh, so many Tengus already parked over here, but a very eager move, I have to say. 2 Tengus already taken... Alright, 2 Tengus are down, and 1 is already low HP. It's actually time to get yourself a new airfield. After all, you don't need to move them around. But now these Tengus, I don't think they could do anything else. And Dolphin, where is your Riptide? What is this? Besiktas is actually sleeping. He's not even targeting this Vindicator. And instead, he is losing more Tengus in time. These Apollos are just waiting very, very carelessly and patiently. Our final Riptide is online right now, and this Tengu threat is going to be addressed very shortly. Unfortunately, losing so much Tengu for absolutely nothing, and against an FFA game, you will definitely want the air superiority in let's say, in an uncontestable manner. But now losing handful of your Tengus just for an airfield. Airfield is just 1,000 credits for allies and very easy to replace. But now I think Dark Raptor wants to establish a naval control as well. So he is investing on some dolphins, but these dolphins are actually doing nothing. They should actually go around here or maybe here. Speaking of moving around and naval dominance, Mustang is actually going to... He's going to... what is this command hub? What is this guy actually doing? Minogus, you have some things to tell and explain. Why you're not even expanding over here, but like, what is the purpose of this command hub? Why are you having this? Just move a dog here if you want a scout. But anyway, Mustang is going to get rid of any kind of sea presence that Minogus wants to have. I mean, for the 2 times this guy is losing refinery and prospectors. Like from the now on with this one, this, and okay, this is explained. This can be explained. But anyway, I mean, 4 prospectors, 4,000 cash. This is what you get when you don't invest in the army or anything like that. And GB600, I guess somehow he is now interested in expanding, but way too defensive investment over here. Alright, so I like to see this. Besiktas and Dark Raptor actually took the fight on the Navy. Now, of course, I mean, contesting in air is something. Also, these Yaris could actually be microed properly. So they could actually deal a splash damage and take more units than once. But the last suicide charge was not very ineffective. It was destroyed on the mid charge. On the meantime, from the looks of it, right now, the Mustang is having the best time of his life in this at least Red Alert 3 game. On the meantime, come to think of it, Minogus and Besiktas is actually suffering a little bit. Now we see Tsunami Tank and VX, but well, how? Come on, are you serious? Are you just feeding Yaris to airbase again? This costs just 1,000 credits. Very easy to. Oh, so Destroyer is already online. I mean, even though Dark Raptor is now effectively, how to say, pushing his opponent on the left side in submission, he is severely ignoring his opponent. I mean, a superpower is growing on top of her head, and you couldn't even finish your opponent first. I mean, you get to get yourself together and then launch an attack, destroy your opponent, so you can at least secure 2 main bases. So that also means that incoming attacks, you can at least estimate where I will be coming from. Well, instead we're going to play more defensive Navy play from the looks of it. And are you serious? You're still making Yaris only for suiciding them. Where is this cash coming from? And I've seen the assault destroyers. I mean, this Yari is now trying to secure all around. Already where... Oh. And that's the end of your game. Mustang is now also investing in here. So that's actually great. He is effectively using his resources. The only issue is like parking some javelins over here. I mean, you have observation post. Why would you need that? You're a playing ally, so in case you're... Oh, okay. I like this move. Some infantry to finish off the opponent. The only issue is that there's only 1 Tsunami Tank. No Dojo Core, so there will be no infantry. So, come on. Please launch an attack. You have means to destroy your opponent's base and even kick him out so you can expand it over here. Oh, we have spy here. That's actually nice. I have several questions regarding what is this guy doing? I want to see how much map control does he have.
And light the fires.
Javelin, right here. Javelin, right here.
This is insane. Like, why are you moving your units all around here? I think he has vision over there.
Kick the tires and light the fires.
Okay, he doesn't have. Maybe
Down,
over
right
here.
here.
I like to see if he has, but from the looks of it, maybe no. But again, Uh, oh. The good thing is we have hydrofoils over here, so, but they're on a weapon jumper! Oh, come on, man. Come on, just get into main cannon! That's a waste. That's such a waste. Also, guys, in case you don't know, Assault Destroy, if the armor is toggled on, Cryo Guidance, Shot, or Blast, doesn't really matter. Does absolutely nothing. And we see the end of a naval dominance attempt. Also, finally, GB600 now wants to do something. Like, he wants to cook something. This guy just goes around without scouting, without knowing anything, and randomly picks a target. And here, our main target is, I think he is marching to Dark Raptor from the looks of it. If in any case, Mustangu... Oh, wait. Oh. Are you serious? Just for spy? I expected a Tanya from you and all of that hassle. And besides, I mean, he's not in a good shape. He's so excited, also frozen his own IFV. Right, I have to understand what's going on here. I wish GB600 was here. What made you think having an infantry army and march around here? Also, all of these infantry is going to die very soon. That's a very, very terrible way to execute an attack. And you don't even see your infantry. What are they doing? Just press X and that will save your... I mean, that will save a lot of infantry you had. Anyway, so why would you attack over here? Not this guy. Not this guy as well. Or not in the best condition guy. But just him. But why? Why would you attack Dark Raptor? He did nothing to you. He didn't attack you. He didn't even scout at you. And neither you do, but anyway. Very... I mean, this guy always finds a way to amaze me in a very different levels. But now, I mean, first level is on, and now here is the second level. Now, Besiktas finally gathered his units. That's a handful of units, actually, and not that bad. Oh, we have an aircraft carrier already. Just launch an EMP, and I think you can easily handle whatever Besiktas can throw at you. More aircraft carriers, but no Athenas. I mean, just move an Athena over here, and you can actually destroy one of your opponents. And this IFV is still unattended, and I think it can wreck the base entirely. Now the lives of the G... Ooh, okay. So this guy actually made some Athenas. That's nice. And now I think Mindogus is going to... I mean, suffer. So... Alright, somehow Mustangu and... I'm sorry. Mustangu and Besiktas finally met each other, but... I mean, they both retreated because I think they know they have better things to do. Or let's say, let's not open more fronts while fighting against the one guy already. And again, I don't know how this guy isn't finished by Mustangu yet, but I think that honor is going to be GB600 and 111. I mean, that's crazy. And if this guy can't... Okay, he's going to escort his MCV, so that's nice. On the meantime, shores of the Besiktas is now bombarded with aircraft carrier of the Dark Raptor. And that's actually a sizable army, not that bad. But I don't think a high-tech level Allies army... I mean, it can stop it immediately. Now GB600 immediately and effectively kicking Mind August from his base. Mustangu seems unaffected from this, unfazed, let's say. I mean, where is your prospector, man? You should definitely send a prospector here and start mining more ore, because eventually these spots will be emptied. It is better to be done by you. Now, for some tactical reasons, Besiktas has met the army of the GB600 and 111, and these high-tech units are now suffering for no reason. And also, all of this infantry is now being crushed. The only issue is some of the idle units are now taking unnecessary amount of damage. That some investment definitely goes down the drain for no reason. On the meantime, Besiktas completely losing his base. And I think he is soon to be ejected from the game. I mean, these are the last buildings that can be considered safe at this moment. He's making refineries, not that bad, but come to think of it, I mean, once if Dark Raptor attacks properly, I think the lights will be Alpha Besiktas. On the meantime, GB600 still. I mean, is this guy the Ric Flair guy of the expansion of the Red Dead 3? Yuriko's Revenge or something? He's just making infantry. Of course, he made some antennas. That's. Did he sell? Did he sell his ammo facility after making? Ooh. Did he really sell his ammo facility after getting antennas? You did something correct, and now you are invalidating yourself. Anyway, the final remnants of the army of the Besiktas has been obliterated. Not the best trade, I can easily say that. On the meantime, once again, now Mustang is actually bombarding everything that Mindogos had left in his own base. The moment of the attack, I think he can't hold this on, and he will be ejected from the game as well. From the looks of it, Dark Raptor and Mustango are now the solid standing players, but from the looks of it and from the map control, I can easily say the Mustango should be able to win. He already has a standing army. On the meantime, this is a laughable army compared with this high-tech composite unit army. On the Navy side, I mean, he has some Navy, that's for sure, but I don't think Mustango is staying idle and counting the ducks. He is making naval units as well, and his army is positioned over here. So if Dark Raptor wants to have a chance in this game, this could be a proper moment to attack. How, you may ask, is actually a matter of luck. Like, just try to use a Cryoblast over here. I think they should be able to use it. So use a Cryoblast here. Try to pray that your opponent Mustango will not activate Aegis shields. And then after freezing, and also he will not target his own Cryoblast on your units. So maybe you can take down this army. But as long as you wait, I mean, at this point, time favors Mustango a lot. I can easily say that. Now, in between of all of the strife and the battles, Besiktas is trying to expand over here. A meaning of expansion, finally Mustango also expanding the previous base of Mindogos. Same also coming by the Dark Raptor. I mean, in an odd fashion, these players are expanding a little bit symmetrical. And it's not that bad. Now, Mindogos, from the looks of it, this is his final means of being in the game. And if he gets spotted by the GB600, I think he will be attacked by him. Now, for some unknown reasons that I really can't comprehend, this guy decided to get so many Vindicators only for one aircraft carrier. You only need 4 of them and you unload all. I think he can only like make one type of a unit. Maybe a set challenge he arranged for himself.
Down, right here.
Mustango is having no cash problems. Besiktas is 50,000 cash, and he's just making Vindicators. Just get your Athenet, just get, or let's say, get a 4 naval yards over here and pump some Riptides. And the only way to stop this kind of an army is actually very simple. Just get a loss of tier 1 units to destroy them all. Now, speaking of destruction, I think, well, finally we get to see Mustang grow some confidence attack, and Besiktas is trying to get a Danotech mainframe. With this amount of economy, I am unsure. Workers are now trying to defend, but they are getting fisted by the capitalist attack. Unfortunately, and unfortunate news for the Besiktas. And I think this is the last building. Yes, he gets ejected from the game. With a bit of luck, this oil explosion actually destroyed 3 or 2 antennas. But anyway, I don't think Mustango will be able to carry a what exactly? Oh, this is going to be interesting. Now Mustango is just going for Q-move, and finally they get to meet with Dark Raptor. So how is it going to be? So are you not going to respond? I mean, is this attack? Oh, that's all of Mirage tanks. And all of the army of the Mustango is now in shambles. I mean, there are so many units out there, and this is a star rank Mirage tank. Should be saved, but no, not anymore. So many Cryocopters have arrived. This army is going to be useless before destroying everything he had. Where are your Apollos? And Apollos are right. That's a lot of Apollos, and that's what we like to see. Shredding all of the Cryocopters one by one. Go ahead, just play, just press A, just press A, just press A. All you need to do. You got this. Oh, okay. You got to save all of. Oh, what's that? You are losing so much units, and these are Cryocopters. Very. I mean, I asked the same. I mean, yeah, your Apollos have arrived, but the damage has been done, so what's the point here anyways? You lost all of your Cryocopters, and these Cryocopters are expensive and very valuable. So I don't really know what you were thinking while sending them away without any kind of anti-air support. But anyway, Dark Raptor just tipped the scales for himself. I think he should be able to attack because he doesn't really need to rely on anti-air anymore, at the moment at least, before he gets more Cryocopters. But now he is going to launch an attack on the expansion point on the top. On the meantime, Navy is going to meet its own counterpart. This is an Allies Navy battle all front. But now, since Mustango has more hydrofoils, it's going to work better for him. On the meantime, speaking of hydrofoil, this hydrofoil just gets its own rank just by shredding one Vindicator that didn't even drop the bombs. And now finally we get to see some Dolphin and massive tier 1 battle. This is what I like to see. I mean, so many units around, but this is a terrible execution. What are you doing? Waiting on Assault Destroyer, but why? It only helps if there's... Ooh. Alright, EMP missile has been dropped. So many Apollos here. I really don't understand what's going actually on here. Why are you riding your Apollos all around the exit point of the seaport, which has already 4 hydrofoils already? Okay, so Vindicator just dropping the bombs for no reason. Yeah, what? So are you telling me that this guy all around here traveling around, but unfortunately this Dolphin is going to make things end for Mindaugas. Too bad. Fortunately, you didn't escape the wrath of the Mustango, didn't you? And I think, yep, veterancy granted to this aircraft carrier. In the meantime, army just going... Even the spy is joining the front lines. I don't even start yet. Now, all of the Cryocopters of Mustango once again gets destroyed. Doesn't really matter. Most of the buildings are frosted anyways. Now there are so many... Not so many, actually. Where is your production? Where is your production? I really want to know with how much cash you're going to leave this game. Yeah, 6,000, not that bad. But now, power plant has been infiltrated, so low power. But I don't think that would matter anything for the Dark Raptor, as he is going to be booted from this game very soon enough. I mean, maybe not very soon enough, because after... Ooh, this is a very anti-air hit squad. Just move it around here, and I hope you really move them around here. Now, EMP has been dropped, but I don't think that will do anything. After all, these Dolphins are really chipping good amount of damage to this aircraft carrier, and it gets destroyed. What a wasteful way to use it. Can you please move your hydrofoils over here? I want to see some action. And now, infantry is going to meet with... Mirage tank and infantry. Now this Apollo just gets eliminated immediately, and more Cryocopters go into the bin. Terrible Cryocopter micro, I have to say, or let's say not very, how to say, aware of your own units. No production coming right up from. Unfortunately, Dark Raptor, there's only one aircraft carrier that can actually defend the space. So that will take a long time. On the meantime, Dolphins are now moving in, but the multi-gunner troops somehow deal insane amount of damage to Dolphins, and now they take the fair share of the damage. Now this would be a perfect... Ooh, what is this? Alright, 10-4, just move ahead and attack him, go. Just press Q, then press A, and then right click over here. And we get to see some funny thing at least. I wonder what is he waiting for. And he has so much cash and pumping infantry just for with 2 barracks. Okay, 3 barracks. I'm sorry. My most sincere apologies, GB600. Now, here's a big trouble. Mustango has one opponent still standing, but also he didn't finish off his opponent, Dark Raptor. So at this point, I really think as long as GB600 doesn't do something insane and go build a navy and try to attack here, he will definitely attack Mustango. As now, realizing that I think before you, I should do it before you then. And Mustang is now attacking GB600. And this is the kind of risk. You're just sending javelins in. Dude, you have peacekeepers as well. And what sense do you think peacekeepers would better serve in here instead of the front lines? Now Mirage tanks just proudly going back to base after taking down the GB600's refinery that didn't do anything wrong. Oh, we have a command hub here. That's... This guy, with his investment of 8 Vindicators, finally paid off and destroyed the one aircraft carrier that was harassing his refinery. I'm sorry, construction yard. GB600, please launch an attack. If there is a moment in this game, this will be the very moment. Also, barracks number is now increased to 3 to 4. And whoa, a power move. Chronosphere coming right up. I don't know what kind of sense of security did you have to build the Chronosphere in this dire state. Ooh. Well, that's what you get. Ah, okay. Nah. A handful of them. What kind of sign do you need to realize your opponent? There it is. Go and attack. Finally, I think he is pissed off enough. What does he do? He's still not attacking. And are you sincerely serious? You had everything you wanted to have. Everything you could possibly ask for. And then, for what? For what? For a handful of defrosted javelins that you can take down with a handful of peacekeepers. You lost 3 Mirage tanks, and you called it quit. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I mean, did you really play like this? Let's say for, I don't know what is the timer right now, maybe 30 or 45 minutes, I'm unsure. But did you play 30 minutes, let's say, 30 minutes to leave the game like this? I mean, look at the Dark Raptor. He lost his main base. He lost his sea expansion. But he didn't quit. He's still playing. So that's fair. Also, this guy is now attractive magnet, but I mean, what's the point? Are you serious? Come on. Are you really using Cryogeddon and Athena Bomber just for a handful of javelins? And here's the point. You know this guy is making a handful of javelins, so you know what to do. Get a Tanya, get an IFV, and kill all of them. Or get an IFV, get a spy, and just pop snipe all of them. Not that shouldn't be really bad. Oh, finally, GB600 is going to do something. But if I know GB600, he's going to reposition his army. He's not going to attack. This guy does not attack. That's the thing. And also, he is getting extra MCV. I don't even start yet. Like, I don't know. I don't think you have means to troll him with, like, multi-gunner turret push. Even at this point of the game. So, I really don't know why you have 3 MCV. And I'm scared that you may have 4th around here. Okay, thank God you don't have the 4th. Is he very... Like, maybe he's anxious that at that point he may lose his construction yard? Like, because he has a seaport, I guess? Okay, no seaport. No ammo facility, so maybe he may think, okay, if I lose my MCV, I will lose my ability to build something. And this guy has 4 MCVs for that. Is this going to be a waiting game? I hope this is not going to be a waiting game. Just one of you just go and launch an attack. That cannot be that hard. I mean, come to think of it, GB600 can easily recover from any kind of damage. If only he would build. I can't really say the same for Dark Raptor. I mean, he has huge access of the map, but he's a bit tight-fisted when it comes to cash compared with GB600. Finally, we get to see some action, and GB600 is like a kind of a guy, for example, when you're in a boxing match, one guy may be a little bit better, but the other guy just tries to stand still. And waiting like, okay, he will eventually get tired. I will play the endurance game mode. And that's what he's doing actually. I think. I hope at least. Otherwise, GB600 then. Otherwise, I can easily recommend you to watch more replays then. But, well, rejoice! Finally! A very terrible way to attack with your infantry like this. At least gather them here and then march them around. But now, so many IFPs, but all of these peacekeepers are not getting in. Cryo getting used in a very questionable way. And this multi-gunner threat with peacekeepers is actually having the best time of his life. Just killing all of these peacekeepers and the javelins without any kind of ease. And GB600, feeling very confident. Now Cryogeddon off his now targeting, and he doesn't really care. He says, oh, bummer, how unlucky I am. Well, luckily I have more here. Okay, yeah, there they are. They're not joining the front line because they are the reserves. And all of these peacekeepers are like, they should be running in for more veterancy. But these are so many infantry over here. But alas, I think they will die very shortly because there's a multi-gunner threat with Peacekeeper. And of course, there are some Peacekeepers on the front lines as well. And somehow, allies are these allies, infantry, are too strong. Even their own infantry having hard time to hold it. What is going on in this game? And for some reasons, somehow, GB600 actually bringing reinforcements. What's up? Let him cook, man. He's even bringing high-tech unit. This is the highest tech unit he has built so far in this game. No aircraft carriers, no Mirage tanks, no super weapons, no Tanya, nothing at all. The only tier 3 unit I need says artillery because you all will going to sit in the base and I don't want my units to die. Of course, it's not coming from the GB600 who is actually feeding his, let's say, 50 or 100 infantry to Cryogeddons all around. He doesn't really care. Now the sonic booms are raining down from the sky, and actually Dark Raptor is using his army and also once again losing his land bases and expansions. On the meantime, I can't really say the good news coming for the GB600. He doesn't care. All of the Vindicators die with his airport. Airport? Did I really forget it? Yes, airbase. I'm sorry, guys. Anyway, he's unresponsive. He doesn't really care. He's just he has the means of infantry. Crosshair is not even used. What is going on in here? Oh, MCV has been spotted. That's the good news. So, are you going to do anything? No, you're not going to do anything. Even your base is now being bombarded, and you're not doing anything. And it doesn't have any sea presence. So I don't know how GB600 is going to thwart this threat. And this is a very wishful thinking for these Athenas. Come to think of it, this is a star rank aircraft carrier. Can easily outrange whatever. This Athena is actually wants to cook. Can he cook? No, can she cook? No, she can't. For somehow he has a garage, so that's very good for him, I guess. But now this Athena cannon tries to get in the range. He's actually getting the range, so she is launching the first line, but that's going to be very short-lived. Somehow there is a star rank. There's a star rank. So just move around here maybe, and that will make your life much more easier, perhaps. On the meantime, GB600 doesn't. So pulling back infantry. You know there is a base here, right? He doesn't know. He doesn't know. He doesn't know his main base. Anyway, eventually you will find out. Pulling all of this infantry here. He's thinking like... Right, now I see. What he thinks is that if he's going to have all of these sea units, then he doesn't have access to land. The main problem is the guy has like super weapon in 1 minute cooldown left, and like you can't even take it down because Dark Raptor's sea presence is quite strong. His production, he has some cash, some sitting veteran units. Also, these Apollos are very long-lived, and all of them are actual ranks. That's something. Hello. Yes, that's the problem with the allies, perhaps, or maybe that's the best thing playing with. Ah, that's nice. Playing Soviets. Just think about it. Now, all of these units are rendered useless. So if you had a crusher crane, you can always crush them and get a payback. So you can actually re-spend your resources on a unit that can work you better, or at least do more for you. For example, you can always sneak one seaport over here and start pumping some units. And I really like this move coming from the Dark Raptor. I mean, he is sending at least one unit to each. I mean, these are way too much for expanding, but anyway, to each expansion point on the sea. So if this game was populated with more players, he can prevent any kind of player sneakily expanding. Ah, finally! But this is just javelins. Where are your peacekeepers? I mean, even though these are very high, I mean, peacekeepers are having a little bit difficult time considering the high, insane numbers of javelins. But now javelins are, in technical manner, neutralized. This is just pure peacekeeper army. But now this star rank, this guy definitely needs some. Let's say, I don't want to say, but you guys get it. Dark Raptor is slowly destroying GB600. On the meantime, GB600 is actually not doing anything particularly different. The only interesting part in this game is that if you're going to use your Chronosphere, this is a good moment. Just send these Mirage tanks into sea right away. Hello? Chronosphere is online? You have a Chronosphere, do you know that, right? Okay, from the looks of it. I think he is going to save it for better days. Maybe for an MCV snipe, right? Now Dark Raptor once again loses a land expansion, but since GB600's reaction time is way too slow, or let's say his confidence builds way too slow, he already built his lost expansion before. The only trouble is these are depleted ore nodes, so I don't know how profitable to do expansions over here. I mean, I would definitely maybe go over here, or at least check them, like, which ore mine should be, let's say, worth the expand. After all, you're going to spend 2,000 credits for one refinery. Still no use of the Chronosphere. On the meantime, GB600 is make. Oh, this is a great time and great opportunity to use the Chronosphere. But I think he doesn't know.
Aircraft carrier leaving port.
Yep, he doesn't know. So many aircraft carriers. One MCV is down, 3 to go. Right. What is he doing? He get 2 more MCVs. But why? For why? We already have 3. 1 is already deployed. Add 2 extra. So in total, you have 5 MCVs. I mean, if you think you're trolling, you're not trolling. That's the first thing that you do. Oh. Yeah, he has more MCVs. So at this point, I think, well, Dark Raptor is going to win the game because I think he knows at least what is he doing, and somehow or somewhere he used the Chronosphere, but I was so mesmerized with the decisions of the GB600. I didn't catch it, but probably I think Dark Raptor were smart enough to use on this bulk of Mirage tanks. And these Air Knights are actually dropping bombs on this Mirage tank. I don't even want to say anything. From all of the angles, I mean, not all of the angles, I have to say. Depleted, yep. Not from... Ooh. How come this actually has contact and reach over here? From the looks of it, this is a might of the star rank aircraft carrier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. ticks. That's actually a whopping 30,000 cash. I mean 30,000 credits. Airbase. Well, I don't want him to cook anymore actually. Attacking the observation post. I'm not sure, I mean, you have the means and cash for it. So why don't you capture by yourself? You will get a quick glance and everything you need to see about GB600's base. Now, he's moving 2 MCVs for some reasons and he's still getting Vindicators. Wow. Now, Apollo's Proto Collider is online, so I wonder where is he going to use it. Yeah. Perhaps perfect spot. Taking down the Mirage tanks with a one refinery. I mean, at this point, economy is... Ooh, that's terrible. Not, how to say, impactful. This is the moment to spend your cash wisely, actually, because all of the ore nodes are almost depleted. There should be ore nodes full of ore. Yep, depleted. Nah, 3,000, not even worth. Ooh, actually, that's nice. Depleted. Again, good one, but depleted. Depleted. Okay, not that bad. Depleted, and these should be depleted as well. Okay, Chronosphere once again online. I think GB600 just called out the GG. But I think eventually not that bad, considering that Dark Raptor could actually be more proactive and end this game, let's say 15 minutes earlier from the looks of it. And big boost coming for the Mustango. I'm just kidding, by the way. So guys, that was the game. Not that bad. I mean, we had some funny moments, but eventually it got so boring. I have to confess, hopefully we will see more proactive games with more action in evenly distributed in all phases of the game. But anyway, GG for both of our players. And well, guys, if you liked what you've seen here, feel free to leave a comment or leave a like. And of course, consider subscribing as well. That really helps me a lot. About my schedule, if you are interested, I sincerely want to cast the 2 versus 2 games. And of course, the February Letter Wars, because after all, it has Andre. And I think the other guy was Green Alert. Yes, Green Alert in it. Of course, we have Edwin and Alvente. I want to see their, let's say, performance against each other. I mean, at least that's going to be better than January Wars. And then, of course, I have some stockpiled subscriber replays. So I am also quite happy with that as well. I mean, I want to give it time for that, but not anytime soon. Maybe I may need a couple extra days. After all, I was planning to do it on Saturday, but I will see to it. Maybe on Sunday night I may go online and do some casts, but still, well, we will see to it. Anyway, guys, until then, take care.